And hello everybody, welcome to Minecraft Parkour with me. This is a Minecraft map where, well, the map creator has set it up so that it looks like somebody's parkouring with you, even though you're really just playing all by your lonesome. Let's go! I'm gonna try and play through all three difficulties on each one. This is really loud. But I'm going to try and play through all three difficulties for each one. I might, if it gets boring. Oh my goodness, that is so loud. I might start just immediately jumping into normal if the easy difficulty ends up being too easy, you know. Now, basically how this works is on easy difficulty, there's a armor stand that parkours with you. It doesn't affect anything that's parkouring with you. It's just to kind of give the semblance of feeling like you have a friend. Even though, let's be real, parkour sweats don't have friends. Take it from me. Yeah, so it gives off the feeling of, well, whoops, having somebody parkouring with you, which is kind of fun. I don't feel like it's too special of a thing. Like, part of the thing is it's kind of like, all right, at that point, you know, go find a friend to play parkour with. Like, I never thought I'd see the day that I would be playing a parkour map that simulates the feeling of having a friend playing parkour with you. And I don't know why I'm messing up these jumps. I'm just not moving properly. That's what I get for recording while I'm tired. But, yeah, I never thought I'd have to simulate the feeling of having a friend play with me. This is not something that I was ever expecting to experience in my life, and he's very much so in the way. I don't know, this just feels so wrong on so many levels. I don't know why, just like the idea of simulating having a friend to play with hurts me so much. Alright, now we're gonna play normal.
Let's go!
Let's go! Mario! Okay, so now I have to beat the armor stand to win. Like the previous level, it didn't matter who finished first, just so long as you finished. In this, you have to beat the armor stand to be able to make it. Now, the armor stand that's doing it is the blue man. According to him, he's not great at parkour, so like not super stressful. The next armor for hard difficulty, he had his brother, who, in his own words, the parkour god, to do it. So hard difficulty should actually, you know, be difficult. Perhaps even take a couple tries to complete. And I suspect that for hard, I'll have to, like, you know, actually try. We'll see. Like, I don't know. I haven't. Part of the thing is I don't remember the last time like I've actually sat down and sweated something parkour related. Like, I guess the last time that I seriously tried to speedrun a map would be it. But it's been a while since I've done that. So it's kind of like, yeah, I mean, I don't honestly know how good I am if I'm playing seriously. And it might just be a matter of it's not really a large difference, but let's play hard and see how good the ghost is. We shall see. 2, 1, go. Yeah, I suspect that I probably need to flawless this. Probably? I don't know for sure, if I'm being honest. Whoa! That was really strange. I'm very confused. I haven't experienced any degree of like that in a parkour map for a long time. I take it as something to do with the ghost system or whatever, but I don't know. That was really weird. Like, I don't remember the last time I've had lag like that playing a parkour map. I've had, you know, every once in a while, I've played a map that, like, you'll get a small spike on, but nothing like that. It's insanity. Anyway, I'm not super worried about it. Doesn't appear as though the ghost is too far behind, I don't think. I wish there was a way to have like 2 bars. One for you and one for the ghost. Whoops. Ah, that's it, I lost. I suspect that these are all going to be like you fall once. It's an easy loss. Like, yeah, I suspect that that's probably all it is. Just a matter of, hey, you kind of got to flawless it to beat the level on hard. 2, 1. I kind of want to watch it for just a second. Like, just let it go in front of me and see if I can catch up with that bit of a start. It doesn't appear as though, like, he was booking it when he went. Like, he had the one spot where he took a moment on. Like, yeah, I think I'm gaining a bit of speed on him. Oops, almost got caught on the fence. I'm, like, having to actually focus. Part of the problem here is going to be, though, is I'm getting really close, and now I don't have a good line of sight. And then I got past, and yeah. Okay, yeah, I like this. It pretty much puts you at the spot where you have to flawless, and if you take too long and dilly-dally, and the ghost gets in front of you, you're pretty much doomed. Like, this is the same sort of system, kind of like a lot of racing games, I believe, have, where you can see previous runs going with you and stuff like that. Really good for, you know, if you're measuring whether you're going faster or slower than your previous runs. What I think would be really cool beyond something like this would be if it showed your previous run and you could play against your past self. Like, as it stands, the map's kind of like, alright, you got a ghost that you're kind of parkouring with. If you're going slow, then it's kind of sad because you're, you know, looking at a ghost of somebody that played faster than you. And if you're going fast, then it's just, you know, kind of typical parkour, just with a bit extra pressure. Yeah, I had a bit of room on him. I'm gonna just start by jumping into normal difficulty. I think that'll be the way to go. I will say the noises between are so loud. I'm actually gonna just drop master volume so that stuff won't be quite as loud. Bam. I kind of wish I could start directly on hard, but I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure you got to start on normal and go from there. Oh. Whoops. I also presume that they cut out any runs that involved any failings on the part of the ghost. So. Oh, never mind. If it's the first run on the part of the ghost, then I do feel kind of sad that it took me like 3 tries to beat the ghost on that first level, based off of the level it was at. Whoops. I hate these ladder jumps. I don't know. I don't. Maybe hate's too strong of a word. I don't really mind them all that much. They're just not my favorite. I just kind of like fundamentally normal parkour. Like, I'm kind of boring when it comes to that, but pretty much every side type of parkour I dislike in one way or another. Like, ladder jumps are the ones that I probably actually like the most, which makes it kind of sad that I was just saying that I hated it. Okay, let's go to hard. For the next level, I might try to see if I can start right off hard. I want to at least go through, you know, 3 or 4 of these for the video. Okay. I gotta actually book it now. No more failings. If I can dial in and focus, this won't be any stress whatsoever. Maybe I should have chosen a different map to do on the, you know, first time that I'm recording, like, late into the day in a while. Like, most of the time I record, like, kind of afternoon where, you know, I'm plenty energetic or whatever. But, of course, I had to choose, you know. Oh, I didn't trigger the checkpoint. I don't think it counts if you don't trigger the checkpoint. I don't know for sure. Maps have different standards for stuff like that. So yeah, I'm honestly not sure, but it might have been a waste of time to go back like that. I also think what would be cool is for something like this, if, say, he released an update of the map that had, yeah, you gotta be normal for you to be able to play hard. Anyway, back to where my thought was at. A version of the map where, like, he got some YouTubers to come in and he recorded how they did and put that in for some levels. So, like, assuming at that point you can get some, you know, bigger creators, and you can have stuff like, oh, you know, you're playing against Captain Sparkle's ghost. I feel like that could be really cool. And, you know, it would probably mostly be smaller creators because that's, you know, you'd want a fairly decent sample size if you're doing something like that, just so then that way there's different options. You could maybe organize it in the speed that they went at for each level and kind of set it up like that. I don't know. I think something like that could be really cool. I don't know how it would work in practice, but I mean, they got all this set up. I think that would be a really cool system. Now, the only problem is you might get, you know, somebody going through and getting an almost unbeatable time at that point. Whereas with a system like this, it's a little easier to be like, you know, if, say, his brother goes a bit too fast on one of the levels, to just go, hey, can you, for the next one, just dial it down a notch. We'll try that again, just, you know, a bit slower this time. That way there isn't risk of people not being able to beat it or whatever. I don't know. Just in general, the concept's cool, though. But as I was saying, I fundamentally... That's so loud. I fundamentally don't really like it just because it feels like a really lonely experience to do something like this. Whoa, chill out, dude. Get out of my face. No! I have to restart. Apparently I lost just a bit too much time and he caught up to me. That's a problem, because it's definitely in the ghost favor if you're at the same point as a ghost. It's definitely in their favor because you can't see through them. It'd be pretty cool if there was a way to just make it like slightly transparent where you can't have that sort of thing happen where you end up falling because the ghost ended up at the same point as you. Ah, that stinks. It's gonna take a couple tries after all. I was kind of hoping I'd flawless this one, but no such luck. Boom. You guys gotta be careful with effect blocks, because if you hit them on the edge with pretty much any map, then it won't actually give you the effect. So you gotta hit them accurately. Okay. Oh my goodness, the amount of added stress having that right behind you, though. Like, actually, I kind of like this from the standpoint of... Oh, I overjumped it. It gives you incentive to go faster. Like, most of the time, the incentive that a map gives you to go faster just comes down to... Stinking map lagging again. I don't know why the map keeps doing that. Okay. Most of the time, the incentive to go faster is just like, oh, hey, look at that. We have a leaderboard that you can submit your time to or whatever. But with this, it's like, hey, there's a ghost right behind you that if it catches up to you, you're almost guaranteed to fall because it'll end up in your face. Oh, well, that wasn't possible. Because it ends up in your face and you can't see anything. And it's kind of embarrassing how many times I'm losing here. Like, yeah, I'm gonna console myself by saying that it wasn't the first try that they used for this, and that even if it was, they probably helped test the map. So in the end, it doesn't really matter anyway, because you know it's not actually their first time through, even if it is. All that's really just excuses, though. I mean, I guess I did good on my first time through, but something about having that ghost just directly behind you, and whenever you make a large turn, being able to see him just right behind you. Or like whenever I'm having to catch myself on a block. What was that? The armor stand just teleported. I call hacks. But yeah, whenever they're directly behind you and you're about to overjump a block and have to reset. Oh, snap. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. I'm actually struggling with this. I'm a little bit surprised. Maybe I'm a bit too confident in my abilities. 2, 1. It's always good, though, if you ever start risking overconfidence to have something that kind of slaps you in the face and goes, hey, be careful, mate. You're not actually that good. So I guess from that standpoint, it can be good. Like, maybe I should, at some point, sit down and watch, like, parkour videos from other YouTubers that do a lot of parkour maps, and then I can hopefully be humbled a bit. It's really weird for me, because, like, I'm good at recognizing when, like, my ego's starting to get a bit high and I need to get it in check. I'm just bad at actually successfully getting it in check. I could cut that corner much closer. As long as I don't overly stress out, I can do this. No problem. Like, I'd actually be curious what time I finished with the first time, and if that would be enough to have beaten this ghost. But yeah. It's harder to get your ego in check than it is to recognize that your ego's out of check on some front. That's so close. They're so close by me. Okay, we got it. 1 minute 6 seconds. What did I get the first time? 1 minute 16. Yeah, I wouldn't have. Wait. Unlock desert temple. Oh yeah, complete sky. Yeah, I would not have made it with that. It would have been like 10 seconds off. Oh no! Oh, it's speed jumps. I don't think I've ever actually tried to go through speed jumps fast. Like, whenever I see speed jumps, I always slow it down and take them slow and methodical. So I don't know how capable I'll be for speed jumps. Also, Rainbow Road stuff, I always take that insanely slowly. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll find that I'm better at this than I thought. I'm not going to count 2 fluke performances as being better than I thought. But maybe I'll discover that I actually have a, alright skill in speed jumps. Just catch yourself at the corners and go. I don't know if that would have been fast enough to have kept up with the better ghost. 55 seconds, 15 ticks. I don't know if that's fast enough or not. Map's lagging again. This map is actually really surprisingly laggy. Only on occasion. Yeah, I don't know. Ah. Okay. That's embarrassing. We can talk about this. Yeah. One other thing I'm going to be curious about is... Oh. Man. Like, I do have some stuff going on where I might end up actually playing parkour with other people for the first time in a really long time. And if that happens, it'll be a good chance for me to get an idea for how good I am. Okay, okay. I overjumped that. I don't know if overjumping the checkpoint is acceptable or not, because I really don't need the checkpoint, because one fail is, you know, you're done anyway. Did the bot just fail? What? I didn't realize that was illegal. It might not have. I might have just seen it teleport out of the edge of my eye. 54 ticks, 54 seconds, 7 ticks. Yeah, my first run would have been able to have gotten through that. What do I have unlocked? Soul Sand Valley. Oh, Soul Sand Valley. I'm at least going to play through this one. I don't know if we'll do another one after this, just because this one looks like it's going to be a bit longer. And might take a few attempts for me to beat on hard. But I think on the last one, the bot failed. Which makes me think that it's probably possible that they did just run with the first attempt. Which makes me all the more embarrassed. Oh, so full. All the more embarrassed that some of those took me as many tries as they did. But, you know, it is what it is. At least on the last one, I did good enough on my first attempt that I would have been able to have won it, even if it took me a couple tries when I actually got down to hard. Part of that's the nerves, though. Like, the normal mode isn't really stressful because there isn't really all that much of a clock. Like, it's there, but it's just kind of there in the background to go, hey, don't dilly-dally and take 80 years looking at jumps like I tend to do sometimes. Besides that, it's pretty much irrelevant. Okay. Simple enough, just some iron bars. On the last one, I'm a little disappointed in how long some of those speed ones took, like how long I spent on the corners of the speed ones. 1 minute, 6 seconds. Okay. Like, I feel like I could have done the speed blocks faster. But maybe not. Two, 1, go. If I complete this first try, I will feel so much better about myself. Or if just 1 minute and 6 seconds was fast enough that it would have counted. I'll feel good about myself even with just that. Boom. Okay. I still have the lead. I just don't know by how much. If I was really cutting corners, I wouldn't be hitting like any of these checkpoints. Because you can go through them faster by cutting the corners. I've also been taking bad corners on most of these. Mostly just because that's how I play parkour casually. Is I don't try hard my turns and stuff to get lower gaps. Maybe I should start practicing that though. Like, practice the quicker parkouring to start cutting corners faster and stuff like that. 1 minute, 6 seconds, and 10 ticks. I only knocked 9 ticks off. Yeah, that 100% would have worked. Oh, yeah, I did that one fast enough that we're 100% going into another. If I complete this one, past 2, I'll probably just go ahead and finish off the map since there's only like 2 more after this. Okay. Map freaking out again. Go. Yeah, I do kind of wish that hard was unlocked by default. I think that would be fun to try for a couple, just immediately jumping into hard without any regard for anything else. Whoops. Hey, the blue man fell too. Yeah, this first attempt is not going to be fast enough to beat hard, because I fell pretty late in that level. If I'd fallen early, then there's always the chance of, you know, a slight recovery. That's kind of the law of the land for parkour maps. Is it's like, if you fall early on in a parkour, if you fall recently after you just got a checkpoint, then it's fine, because you hardly actually lose any time. But if you fall like really late, if it's been a really long time since your last checkpoint when you fall, then it's a problem. Also, I'm sitting awfully close to this ghost. I can't say I'm comfortable with this. Boom. But it does look like I'm going to finish it fairly quickly. Just 3 fails. That stinks. I don't feel great for my first attempt. But, oh. No! Imagine I lose to the ghost still. I still could. If I fall here again, it's possible. Nah, I'm good. Okay, let's go. Hard. I kind of wish that it jumped straight into the 3-second countdown on hard instead of the whole deal. I feel like what you could have done is made it where on easy and normal it does that, but not for hard. Or maybe even just for easy it does that, but for no other difficulties. That way, you know, when you're in a bit more of a hurry to get into it, it goes quickly. I don't know. That might be cool. One interesting thing I've noticed is I remember the route for these maps, these levels, sorry, very poorly compared to normally how I remember them for most maps. Like, most of the time when I'm playing through a map after I've completed a level or a section or whatever, I remember pretty much the entire route I took and all of the jumps. But for this, I like can't remember any of it pretty much, which is just crazy to me. Like, that is so... It's such a weird feeling, since I normally remember them all, to not be able to. That's it right there. I lost. Man, I almost had that one. Alright, I think how we're going to do this is if I beat this one quickly... Well, no, I'm just going to go ahead and finish the map. I don't see much point at this stage not to. Like, I figure for the last 2, if I get stuck on hard for a long time on either of them, then I can just, you know, finish early or whatever. Just go, alright, I completed at least normal of the entire map, and I feel better about myself. Like, one thing about some of the Blue Man's maps is, like, he has some that are split into levels like this, and every time I always feel like when I'm looking at it, like, oh, hey, I'm going to, you know, be here for a while. Because, you know, most of his maps are really long, so I just kind of assume every level is going to be fairly long. But it usually ends up coming about out to the same time, just in separate levels. So, yeah. Okay, come on. Whew. Let's not fail this one this time, and there we go. Easy win. 1 minute, 5 seconds, and 12 ticks. Now we got City. This is a bit of a weird looking city. I don't mind it. It's just, you know. Bit strange looking. Go! Oh, that's a jump boost. I'm stupid. Go! Ah! I still had the jump boost effect. It hadn't gone away. That's one problem with a lot of jump boost effects, is typically they're right at the point where if you... Wait, what? Which way's easier and which way's harder? Which way's faster, I guess, should be the real question. I guess I'll take one way this time and I'll take the other way the next time. Or something, I don't know. This looks like a long level. Okay. But yeah, a lot of jump boost abilities are timed. Oh, he took this path too. I think. What? Was I seeing things? I think I was seeing things. I thought I saw the armor stand ahead of me, but I must just be seeing... No, it's there. It's there. I wasn't seeing things. I'm not insane. I was just confused that it was moving as fastly as it was. I hate ice jumps. Ah, I moved to the side. That's a really common mistake I make on ice jumps, and part of why I struggle with them so much is I have a lot of side-to-side movement that I do. And hitting A or D while doing ice jumps is a deathly mistake. And I might lose on normal difficulty for this map. That would be embarrassing. And it looks like I'm going to be embarrassed. Oh my goodness, 9 deaths. What am I doing? I keep overjumping this. I hate speed jumps. And then speed jumps are kind of the opposite of ice jumps, where it's like on ice jumps you want absolutely no side to side, whereas speed jumps, unless they're made towards the edge of what's possible with speed jumps, you want a lot of side to side on the speed jumps to try and prevent yourself from falling off too much or jumping over. Let's try the left path this time. I get the feeling the right path's faster because it's, well, ice. But also, I just noticed something. I don't know what this is or where I'm going, but it's something. I don't know if it's, you know, worth it or not. I don't know if that saved any time in comparison to going about it normally. I'll probably try that against the good ghost and see from there. I didn't hit that checkpoint. Let's not fall. What did I just say about not hitting checkpoint? Oh my goodness. I might not even bother to do hard for this map. I'm not going to lie. I'm feeling a bit discouraged. This is somehow hit like my weak spot. I don't know if it's because the ice jumps got me frazzled out or whatever, but I'm not sure I want to try hard this one. I dislike having the multiple path option in a map that's based around running against somebody else. I feel like having multiple paths in something like that is not quite ideal. I don't think it's completely a problem. Like, you can make it work, but I personally don't like it. Because it only really works if both sides are similar lengths with maybe a bit of difference. But part of the problem is if you make them too big of a difference in length, you can get to the point where somebody that's worse at parkour is beating somebody that's much, much better at parkour simply off of how that's set up. Or vice versa, you can get where somebody that's really good at parkour completely destroys the motivation of somebody that's bad at parkour because they got the extra time and was able to go much faster. Okay, as long as the blue man fails one of these, I can beat him still. Ah, nah, he's not going to. And I could have actually made that. That's the worst part about that one. I actually... Ah, no, I can't do hard ghost until it's unlocked. I was going to say, I kind of want to see hard ghost just to see just how bad I'm doing. Alright, I'm going to try this again. Go! I don't know if this is fast or not. I did like the alternative route better. The left route compared to the right route, I did like it better. Probably just a matter of the lack of ice jumps. I presume the ice route is faster because that's typically how this stuff goes. But I just don't want to deal with it. I'm going to be honest. Anyway. Yeah, my only concern right now is making sure that I get through this level on normal. Then I'll go play the other level on normal. If it's really easy, or not even really easy, if it's just, you know, kind of a normal difficulty, then I'll probably go for it on hard. If not, yeah, like I'll probably end up coming back to this map in my own time and beating the hard ones for the last couple, but it won't be enough to make a video out of it. But I don't want to go through it right now on camera just because I know that this level is going to take me a second to get down. And I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble, but I do take it off of this level, though, that it's almost definitely not first try. Because, no offense to the blue man, but based off of how he was parkouring for the others, assuming that the armor stand is fairly accurate, I don't think he would have been able to parkour that fast. And one possibility that I'm completely looking over is it is possible that he didn't actually parkour any of these, and or maybe doesn't even have a brother that parkoured these, and it's not a matter of it's copying the movements as much as he programmed it in to move the way it does. That'd be pretty cool. I don't think it's particularly likely. I lost. I gotta beat this one and move on to the next one, though. I got it this time. I'm fairly confident that this time I got it. Go! Yeah, like, I don't know. Something about this run feels right. I've messed up on a lot of dumb, simple stuff leading up to this point. So, I don't know. Like, just considering the sort of stuff that I failed on, it makes me feel pretty confident for this one that I'll be able to actually do it. I just gotta, as I was kind of saying, not fall on dumb, simple stuff and, you know, play from there. And I did the same thing I did last time for that jump. Or like the last 8 times. Just lift up every finger except for index and middle finger to leave them on forward and R and just go with it is how I need to be taking those jumps. Which, speaking of R, one interesting thing that I found is how much people that don't do a significant amount of parkour find it so surprising that parkour people put sprint on R. And granted, not all parkour people do, but a lot do. Like, it's a very common thing to have R as your sprint key. I don't know if it still is nowadays. I would assume so. That doesn't seem like the sort of thing that would have just gone away. But yeah, like people that don't do parkour, or even some people that do parkour and just don't realize that it's a thing, find it really surprising that R is a default sprint key. Okay, come on. He's slow enough. I can catch up. Okay, he fell. Perfect. And he moves slowly. I can do this. Right here. Just... No, I'm lagging! Oh, the lag. That's it. I lost due to that. That is so heartbreaking. The map gave me a lag spike right there. Nah, I got this right here. This try. I know I said last try, but I really meant this try. I didn't expect to get stuck on this level of all things. But yeah, back to kind of what I was saying. Like, for some reason, the idea that you can play Minecraft properly with your sprint key on R really surprises people. Like, it's due to the fact that they don't realize how easy it still is to hit the D key, even with holding down R. Because it's not something that you typically think of doing. But it's surprisingly easy. Like... And part of that's just a matter of, you know, I've been using R as my sprint key for many, many years. And, like, I remember the two reasons why I switched to R. So I had one guy that I played with a lot that used R as his sprint key and was like, yo, you should totally use R as your sprint key. It makes so much more sense. I was kind of like, really? I don't know. That seems weird. And at the time, I didn't use control either. I had pretty small hands, so it was just in general, it was hard for me to use a keyboard properly. That's one problem with getting into this stuff young is, you know, the equipment isn't right sized and stuff like that. Anyway, I digress. Double tapping W was a weird time. So I already had that kind of pushing me towards using R, but even then I was kind of like, that's crazy. I don't get how you'd ever use R as your sprint key. And then I remember I was watching Preston Blaze, and then he had the same, like, kind of sort of conversation about using the R key with someone. I forget who he was playing with. But if I remember properly, it's been a lot of years, so I probably don't. But if I remember properly, it was kind of a deal where, you know, he was like, yo, what's your sprint key when the person was struggling? And he mentioned you should totally switch it to R. It's much better. And the person was a bit reluctant. And yeah, I don't even know if they switched or not. But I remember that's ultimately led to me switching to R because I was like, okay, that was I almost lost because I overjumped it. But I was like, all right, the person that I respect their level of skill in parkour uses R as their sprint key, and my friends over there telling me, hey, you should switch your sprint key to R, and I was finally like, alright. And it took a bit to get used to, but it was actually really nice. It was a really nice change once I got used to it. Whoops. Indra jumps. Always weird. Like, yeah, I'd encourage anybody that's serious about getting into parkour to switch their sprint key to R. I don't know what the ideal is for stuff like PvP. Like, I know that there's some really weird stuff you do with sprinting in high-level PvP. Just in general, the movements are really weird. So, like, it wouldn't surprise me if you keep it on control just from the standpoint of, hey, a lot of the tricks that are developed rely on you placing your hand in a way that has it on control. And my word, okay, I finally got him, though I think it's too little too late. Because it looks like the ghost pretty much flawlesses it from here. If he falls, I can do it. Ah. Ah, that's fine. That's fine. Keep hitting my. I've moved over. I've mentioned this, but I moved over to using a headset because, using a on desk mic. Oh my goodness, stinking lag again. My word, this map's laggy. But using an on-desk microphone causes a lot of problems with every time I hit the space button. It's just super loud. So I've moved to using a headset, which is really weird for me, especially since, you know, it's actually a worse mic than what I was using before. But because I have to have it off my desk to avoid that, I've switched to using a headset. Someday I'll be, you know, a fancy YouTuber and have those, you know, like a full-on mic stand and all that will let it not be bothered. But, you know, for the moment, this is what I have to run with. But, yeah, like, I'm so not used to it, and it's just kind of in the way of my face. So whenever I, like, go to itch my face or whatever, then I hit the microphone, and that can't sound good. So yeah, I need to get better about that. Just avoiding doing that. Okay, that one was an easy one. The end of normal difficulty. Congratulations, you complete the map in normal difficulty. Now try to complete it in hard. I will consider doing that later. For the moment, I'm willing to just sit on, hey, I completed on normal. I'm happy with that. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. If you guys did, please subscribe. Helps the channel a lot. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. God bless. Bye-bye.